All right, I'm going to dive into this first email. It's about whether you should retake from a 170. It's a damn good score. Says, hi, Ben and Nathan. First of all, I'm a huge fan of the show and love all of your advice on not paying for law school. Using the Demon, I went from a 145 diagnostic to a 164 on my first LSAT flex in October and a 170 on the November flex. Wow, 25-point improvement.
Wow.
I'm excited about my November score, but have been practice testing in the 169 to 174 range. I'm planning to apply fall of 2021 in order to start my 1L fall of 2022. Man, this is nothing but good right here, Ben. This
is perfect. You are following the straight and narrow.
Thank you for actually taking our advice.
Yeah.
This is going to work out really well. Since I'm not rushing to apply this cycle, what is your advice on retaking in January or February in order to squeeze out a few more points? I'm pretty confident that I can get a few points higher on the next LSAT, but don't know if I'm pushing my luck or should keep studying. Thank you so much, and praise the Demon. Mattie. P.S. I'm sorry if this email isn't well written. I have COVID right now and it's kicking my ass. Oh no.
Okay. Sorry,
Oh, no.
Mattie, that sucks. I hope you can recover in time to take it in January, February. The reality is you can take it, you have time. So if you end up taking it in February, that's still totally fine. You said you wondered whether you're pushing your luck. Well, the easiest way to tell is to take practice tests that you haven't seen before and see what score you get. If you start scoring in the mid 170s, which it sounds like you already are. I mean, you said 169 to 174. The more of those that are higher up, the greater your chances are that you're going to increase that 170. So
totally. If your range is 169 to 174, you're already scoring above your 170 more often than you're scoring below your 170.
Yep.
And law schools really only care about your highest score. So the pushing your luck thing, I mean, if you take it again and you get a 169, I don't think the law schools are going to even notice. You're already a 170 when they do their index calculation. You're already a 170 according to the data that they're going to have to publish on their ABA 509 report. And you're already a 170 for US News and World Report forever, no matter what you score on a subsequent test. So, I mean, actually, and no matter if you score lower, if you score higher, then you're instantly going to be whatever that new higher number is. So it's like press your luck, except there's no downside. You know, there's no whammy. You remember Press Your Luck, Ben? Remember that show? No whammy, no whammy. Stop. No, you're no fun.
You are talking to yourself, but that is cool.
Some old people out there will remember that show. Used to watch it like when I was homesick from school or something. But on that show, you know, it was one of these things where it's like, well, should I try again? Should I press my luck? But the thing is, if you get a whammy, then you lose everything. Right. Well, there is no
you
whammy.
Don't lose anything.
No, there's no whammy. You get a 160, whatever, who cares? You still you keep your 170. I guess a more modern example would be Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? You like can go for the next thing, right? But if you miss, then you go back, and there's just no really going back.
Wait, do you go back, or I thought you lose it all?
I think there are like stages on Millionaire
and where you lock it in.
You lock, but I mean, you do lock in like a significantly lower amount. I think it's like you lock it in at 50 grand and then you lock it in at 250, something like that. But for sure, it like the last, you know, it's like, well, you've got $500,000. You could try to go for $1 million, but if you lose, you're going to go significantly back. Anyway, who gives a shit? There's the point is there's no downside really to retaking it, especially if your practice tests already demonstrate that you can score higher. I don't see why not. Furthermore, it sounds like Mattie has actually been enjoying the process, right? It's not like this is miserable. This is not breaking rocks. She's good at the test. She's getting better, it seems like, at the test. It's fun to achieve, right? And feel like you're doing better and better. And she sounds like maybe she could bump that range up a little bit higher before her retake. And yeah, I mean, 170 is good, but it's not the 99th percentile. You got to have a 173 or a 174, right, to get to the 99th percentile.
Yeah.
Look at the schools you're interested in. If you're trying for Harvard, Stanford, Yale, 170 is not going to like super impress them. 175 though would be like at or above their average. Could totally be worth it.
Yeah. I'd be remiss if you didn't take it. I don't know if that's the right way of using that phrase, but I would be sad because I think you have it in you, and this is the chance in your life to do that and to become a 174 or whatever, as Nathan put it, forever. Sorry, I've been laughing this whole email, not because of you, Mattie, but because when you said forever, Nathan, that just reminded me of, did you hear Trump talking about Operation Warp Speed the other day? He talked about infinity.
I have officially unfollowed Trump. I did this about 2 or 3 months ago. I like unfollowed him on Twitter for my own mental health. I encourage everyone to do the same. I wish everybody would just stop paying attention to that idiot. I mean, it just like, you get stupider every time you hear the guy talk. But anyway, what did he say about Operation Warp Speed? I'm sure it was dumb.
He was saying that, and this is true. He was like, look, we got this vaccine very quickly, and it's thanks to my Operation Warp Speed, blah, blah, blah. Normally it takes 5 years or 6 years or 7 or infinity.
Wow. Infinity.
Like, what vaccine is taking infinity? Like, just not things that come out of his mouth.
He is just a fucking idiot. Yeah, I mean, meanwhile, people are actually getting the vaccine in Europe.
Yeah.
And we're not getting it in the United States.
Yeah.
Thanks, Trump. I'm sure he'll figure out some way to blame it on Obama, right? But
yeah, Obama or Clinton or somebody, or Biden.
Just the complete failure. God, what a jackass. I just hope that guy goes away and we never have to hear from him ever again. I mean, he's just, it used to be funny, you know, years ago it was funny. And it is far from, I mean, it's still like you laugh at just the total idiocy, but it's too sad and scary and depressing. Hey, before we let Mattie go, I want to double down on I would also be sad if Mattie didn't take it again. I mean, I think there's nothing but upside here, and getting that 173 or 174. I think the 99th percentile now is actually bumped up to 174. Used to be 173.
Yeah.
The flex seems like it's easier by about a point for most people.
Yeah.
So take it again, Mattie. There's no reason not to. Keep studying. Those 4 or 5 points could absolutely be the difference at Harvard or Stanford or Yale.
Or more money at a lower school, right? Full ride. So.
Right. And tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars potentially. So there's just nothing but upside.